What is going on, you guys? How's everybody doing out there today? I am Gophxr, and here in today's video, I'm going to be showing y'all a brand new coca setup down here at the bungalow. This thing is actually really easy to set up, and it generates a lot of money. Let's show y'all how to do this. Listed here are all the items that you're going to need for this build. 8 suspension racks, 8 air pots, 8 full spectrum lights, 2 cauldrons, 2 mixing stations, 1 packaging station, 6 large shelves, 5 lockers, 2 lab ovens, and 1 bed. Once you have all the items that you need, go ahead and head on into your bungalow and pull out a large shelf, and you're going to be putting it right here in the back of the room, just like this. Now go ahead and pull out your suspension racks. You're going to be putting 2 over here, 2 over here, and then 2 like this, and another 2 just like this. It's going to look just like that. Now go ahead and pull out your air pots, and you're going to be putting 1 underneath every single suspension rack. And then pull out your full spectrum lights and put 1 on every single suspension rack. It's going to look just like that. Now go ahead and pull out a cauldron, and you're going to be putting 1 in the corner of the room right here, and then turn around and put another 1 in the corner of the room just like this. After the cauldrons, you're going to go ahead and pull out some lab ovens, and you're going to be putting 1 right here along this wall, just like that, and then turn around and put 1 along this wall. It'll look just like this. Now go ahead and pull out your large shelves. You're going to be putting 1 along this wall, 1 along that wall, and another 1 right here along that wall, just like that. And then go ahead and pull out your packaging station and put it right up against that large shelf, just like this. When you're done laying down the packaging station, go ahead and come on into this room. You're going to be putting a large shelf here and a large shelf right there. Now go ahead and put your mixing stations right in front of those 2 shelves. When you're done laying down the mixing stations, go ahead and pull out your lockers, and you're going to be putting 5 along the wall right next to each other, just like that. And then you can pull out your bed, and you're going to be putting it right in front of the lockers, just like that. Now that we're done setting up the coca lab, now we have to set up the automation within the coca lab. Go ahead and pull out your clipboard and walk over here to these air pots. Hold down shift on your keyboard and select 4 of them right here. When you have all 4 selected, press E to manage, select seed, choose coca seed, select destination, and then choose this cauldron right here. Now put your clipboard away and pull your clipboard back out. Press E to manage on the cauldron. Now select destination and come over here and choose this lab oven right here. Then put your clipboard away and pull your clipboard back out. Press E to manage on the lab oven. Choose destination and then come over here and choose this mixing station right here. Now go ahead and put your clipboard away and pull your clipboard back out and come back here into this room. Hold shift on your keyboard and select these 4 pots. When you have all 4 pots selected, press E to manage, select seed, choose coca seed, select destination, and choose this cauldron right here. Now put your clipboard away and pull your clipboard back out. Press E to manage on the cauldron. Select destination and come over here and then choose this lab oven right here. Put your clipboard away and pull your clipboard back out. Press E to manage on the lab oven. Select destination and then come over here and choose this mixing station right here. Now put your clipboard away and pull your clipboard back out. Press E to manage on the mixing station. Move the threshold to 10. Select destination and choose the mixing station right next to it. Now put your clipboard away and pull your clipboard back out. Select E to manage on this mixing station. Move the threshold to 10. Select destination and then come in here and choose the packaging station. Now put your clipboard away one more time and pull it out one more time. Select E to manage on the packaging station. Select destination and choose this shelf right here. You're now done setting up the flow of the automation within your coca lab. Now we have to set up what's actually being automated. Come on here into this room, select E to access the storage, and then we're going to be setting all of these filters. To make it easy, select this filter right here, choose whitelist, click add, scroll down until you find coca seed, select coca seed. Now choose these 3 dots right here and apply to siblings. Now on these 2 top ones, you're going to have to click the whitelist, remove the coca seed, click add, and then select blue soil. And do the same thing for the one right next to it. Click the whitelist, remove the coca seed, click add, and then add blue soil. Once the large shelf looks like that, it's good to go. Now go ahead and come into this room and we're going to be doing this shelf next. Press E to access storage, select the filter, click the whitelist, click add, scroll down until you find gasoline. Select gasoline, click the 3 dots, select apply to siblings. Once this large shelf looks like that, it's good to go. Now go ahead, turn around and select E to access storage on this shelf. Click the filter, click the whitelist, click add, and then scroll up until you find baggies. Now click the 3 dots, select apply to siblings, and once this shelf looks like that, it's good to go. Now come in here into this room behind this mixing station and select E to access on this shelf. Click the filter, click the whitelist, click add, and then scroll up until you find the horse goo. Select the horse goo, click the 3 dots, click apply to siblings, and then once this shelf looks like that, it's good to go. Now come over here to this shelf and press E to access storage. Click the filter, click the whitelist, click add, and select the Viagra pills. After that, go ahead and click the 3 dots and select apply to siblings, and then when this shelf looks like this, it's good to go. You're now done setting up the full automation within your coca lab. Now it's time to hire some employees. For this build, you're gonna need to hire 1 botanist, 2 handlers, and 2 chemists. Once you've hired all your employees, go ahead and pull out your clipboard and walk up to your botanist to get started. Press E to manage, select locker, and go inside and choose a locker. Now select supplies and come in here and choose the supply rack in the back of the room. Now choose pots and drying racks, hold shift on your keyboard, and select all 8 of the pots in the room. When you're done, press escape and double check your clipboard. If it looks like this, you're good to go. Now pull out your clipboard and walk up to your first chemist and press E to manage. Select locker and go inside and choose a locker. Now select assign stations and come in here, hold shift on your keyboard, select both of the cauldrons, and still hold shift on your keyboard and select both of the lab ovens. When you're done, press escape, double check your clipboard, and the chemist is good to go. Now pull out your clipboard and walk up to your second chemist. Press E to manage, select locker, and go inside and choose a locker. Now select assign stations, hold shift on your keyboard, and select both of the mixing stations. When you're done, press escape. Make sure your clipboard looks just like this, and the chemist is good to go. Now pull out your clipboard and walk up to your first handler. Press E to manage, select locker, and go inside and choose a locker. Now select assign stations and come in here and choose the packaging station. And then under routes, click add new 5 times. Once you've clicked it 5 times, go ahead and select none under the from column and come out here and select the loading station. Once you've selected the loading dock, go ahead and do the same thing for all of these nones right here. None, loading dock, none, loading dock, and none, loading dock. It'll look just like that. Now select the none in the 2 column and come over here and select this shelf right behind the mixing station. And then select none and choose the shelf behind this mixing station. And then select none and choose this shelf right here. And then select none, turn around and choose this shelf right here. And then select none one more time and come in here and choose this shelf right here. Once the handler's clipboard looks just like this, they're good to go. Now pull out your clipboard and walk up to your second handler. Press E to manage, select locker, and go inside and choose the last locker. Now under routes, go ahead and click it 5 times. On the from column, click none, come over here, select this large shelf, and then click none next to it and select the mixing station in front of it. On this none, go ahead and select the large shelf behind the mixing station and then select the none next to it and choose the mixing station in front of it. Now go ahead, select none, come in here into this room, select the large shelf behind the packaging station, and then select none next to it and choose the packaging station. Now on the last 2 nones, you're going to be selecting none choose this shelf right here, select none again below it, and choose that shelf again. Now next to the none, select none 1 here, and then choose the cauldron, and then select the other none and choose the other cauldron. Once the handler's clipboard looks just like this, all of your employees are good to go. Once you're done hiring your employees and setting them up with job roles, we have to stock the shelves. To get this build started, you're gonna need to buy 20 bags of blue soil, 60 coca seeds, 160 baggies, 160 gasoline, 160 horse goo, and 160 Viagra. Once you've purchased all the items that you need, go ahead and come in here to the botanist shelf, press E to access storage, and you're going to be putting the soil on the soil filters and the coca seeds on the coca filters that we set earlier. Once it looks like that, the shelf's good to go. Now come over here to this shelf and press E to access storage and load it all the way up with gasoline. Once it looks like that, the shelf's good to go. Now go ahead and grab your baggies and walk over to this shelf right here and press E to access storage and load it all the way up with baggies. Once that shelf looks like this, it's good to go. When you're done stocking the baggies, go ahead and grab the horse goo and come over here to this shelf, press E to access storage and load it all the way up with the goo. Once the shelf looks like that, it's good to go. Now go ahead and grab the Viagra and walk up to this shelf and press E to access storage. Load it all the way up with the Viagra. Once the shelf looks like this, it's good to go. Once you're done stocking all the shelves, there's only one more thing that you need to do to get this thing cranking. Come over here to all the lockers and throw some money in it, and your workers will immediately get to work. In order for the full automation to work with the mixing stations, you have to make sure that these green lights are on the top of the mixing stations. In order to do that, you're gonna have to run each mixing station one time and name your product. So go ahead and press E to use the mixing station, load up the coca with the mix that you have, and then press begin. When the mixing station is done, go ahead, press E to use it, and then go ahead and name it whatever you want. Once you have a name to your product, go ahead and click done. Now go ahead and take the product off of the shelf and come over here to this mixing station. You're going to be loading it up with the new product and then select begin. When it's done mixing, go ahead and press E to use the mixing station and then name your product. When you're done naming your product, select done. Once the 2 lights are green, your full automation is completely done and set up, and the lab is ready to go. When you run low on products on the shelf, go ahead and pull out your phone and then go to deliveries, and you can have everything that you need delivered here to the bungalow, to the loading bay, and then your handler is going to unload it for you onto the shelves. This is a completely fully automated setup. Well, that's it, everybody. It's as easy as that to set up the new bungalow here in Schedule 1. If this video helped you out at all, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. We'll see y'all next time. And remember, don't be toxic. Spread positivity.